Okay. Okay, so we want to say first of all that we are using this system in order to help provide people with a clearer understanding of what is happening to the world that they can see around them and to the world into which they are going to move. This is the purpose of the information that we wish to share at this time. There is a lot of people in the world right now that are less certain, less sure, less positive than perhaps they have been in quite some time in terms of what is happening to themselves, to the world, to the people they care about, to the people they don't even know. Generally speaking, we wish to say that much of what is occurring is a transcendence, is a period of transcendence, so that implies and is accurately implying that there is a transformative period of time in which we must pass from what we call old era into what will be called the new era. This journey that human beings are on right now, collectively, even if they are unaware of a more broader perspective of life, shall we say, that collectively you are encountering this passage of time, this era of change. So, if you did not know, for example, that what you are moving into was going to be far superior than anything anyone alive today has ever imagined, if you were unable to imagine for a moment that life could be so far removed from the grind, the drudge, the struggle that many encounter today, in the future of not too far away, you would perhaps look around you and find that there is an awful lot of damage going on. Damage to self, damage to nations, damage to mankind, damage to planet Earth. But what we would like everyone to know, first and foremost, most importantly, is you are merely experiencing the turbulence of change. It can seem a little bumpy when one tries to move from low-flying energy to high-flying energy. The transition can feel a little bumpy if you are not certain in your heart that what is coming is beyond imagination. It is not so much that you are entering a time of difficulty, so much as you are exiting it. So let's, in this first message that we wish to share, merely state this, which will be the recurring theme of all messages, that the era you are in right now is temporary, is actually short-lived, though it may not seem it to some who are experiencing it. It is a time of high change, fast change, and one of unprecedented transcendence. So we ask only this: suspend your fear, your problems, your mind that has been conditioned to only see change in the negative, and instead be prepared to accept that The changes that are occurring now and will continue to occur for some time are actually glorious, beautiful, meant to be, perfect in their way. Because what will be beyond this will be an era of bounty, an era of hope is where you are, moving into an era of joy where you will be, leaving behind the era of disillusionment, if you will. So let's rejoice as much as we can, and we do not belittle the hardships people are currently experiencing, but let's rejoice even for just a moment, whenever we can, that the old era energy is fading and fading fast. And it will continue to fade fast because what is coming is so beyond imagination at this time. As we proceed with the messages, we will try to make sure that we can detail some of the changes that will come, because some of the changes are visible already in the world that you have today. Some of those changes are visible already. And as you open your eyes and allow yourself to see the changes, not for changes of negativity, but for changes of positivity, you encourage ever more to be born into the world you currently reside in. So we have this to say today. Old era energy has held mankind back. It's going to go. There is no option, it's going to go. It's trying in some circumstances to maintain its control, but it cannot. Everywhere you look, if you're willing to look, new era energy is being born. New era energy will say, I am here. I am here. I am here. It will not seek to overthrow, if you like, the old era energy, for it does not need to. It simply needs to exist. As it exists, in its very existence, old era energy ceases to exist. You will witness this more and more and more in the coming months. Yes, months will see changes in the coming years, and of course in the coming decades. We are in a time of change. This cannot be denied, that times of change bring with them times of seeming upheaval, times of seeming destruction. But you have to be willing to see beyond that which appears, and instead to see that it is simply a rebirthing of the old becoming into the new. As we return to our messages to bring joy and hope, we want you to just remember this one fact, and one fact alone. There is no darkness in the new era. Now let that just sink in for a moment, please. There is no darkness in the new era.